Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to a brand new video of Im here. In this video, we'll be discussing about AI. That's right, artificial intelligence. Alhamdulillah, I have my brother Sayyid Hashim who is going to speak about AI, the scope of it, why study AI, and is it really worth studying it? Alright, without any further ado, let's jump right on to the video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah Hashim. Welcome to our video. It is a pleasure for us to invite you on our channel, and I would like to ask you to introduce yourself briefly so that the audience can know you better.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for having me here today. I am a graduate from computer science and I specialized in AI in my bachelor's. And then currently I am pursuing a research-based master's degree in machine learning, which is a subtopic or subfield in AI. In particular, I focus on applying AI techniques and machine learning techniques on cancer genomics.
Great. So the first question is, what is AI in simple words? I know it's very complex, but then if you could break it down into simple words so that everyone could understand it.
In simple words, one could describe AI or artificial intelligence as this ability to learn new things and be able to generalize in unfamiliar scenarios. Broadly, we would classify AI into narrow AI and general AI. Narrow AI basically means to be able to do well in specific tasks that it is trained on. And general AI is more towards the type of intelligence that we have as humans. This ability to reason and be able to use the same knowledge in multiple domains.
Brilliant. Now, the next question is, could you please give us a few examples of the use of AI in our daily lives?
There are many examples of AI that you probably have come across. Most of them might belong to a narrow AI category, because at the moment, what we have is mostly narrow AI. And general AI is, we're far off from general AI or artificial general intelligence or AGI. Remember, narrow AI is being able to be good at a specific task. So the system is trained to be good at only this task, right? For example, you could think about a voice assistant like Siri, right? Siri, when you call Siri, it has to understand what you said when you talk to Siri. So from the speech signals, it has to convert the speech signals into text. So this is a form of AI or narrow AI. And for Siri to be able to do this, it has to listen to many examples of people saying different things. And gradually it learns to correspond speech signals to text. This is one example. Another example could be your Snapchat filter, right? So in Snapchat, if you open and then you open the camera and then you get maybe a dog nose. For Snapchat to be able to do that, it has to recognize where your face is, where your nose is, right? And for other filters, it probably have to identify other features of the face. This is also AI, which is basically from the pixel values or what you have for images, from images or videos, it has to recognize where the face is or where the nose is. This is also one type of AI. So as you can see, these applications are very narrow, and you won't be able to use the Snapchat filter for reasoning or for other general AI tasks. This is why we call them narrow AI. And that's what we are getting good at the moment, especially in the field of machine learning.
That's great. Now, the last question for this video is, what is the future of AI?
When it comes to the future of AI, I think narrow AI as well as general AI have a lot to offer. When it comes to narrow AI, I would probably say, if you think about the previous example, is an example of object recognition. Okay, that was one of the first tasks that we tried to solve, and then we got better at it, and then the subsequent tasks that we solved were more challenging. So one example would be when the first task was given an image, you only want the system to say if there's a cat or not. But the more challenging task was to say, okay, if there is a cat, if there's a cat in the image, locate that for me. So that's localization, right? In which part of the image is the cat present? So then maybe there's a bounding box around the cat. That's what we want the system to tell us. So as you can see here, even in narrow AI, the tasks get more challenging, right, as we get better at the previous tasks. When it comes to general AI, as I said, we are still far off, and we are trying to come up with or maybe understand how our brain works, and then try to mimic it. Because you could think about the dream of AI is basically to mimic the human brain, but unfortunately we don't really know how the human brain works in totality. So that's another challenge. And so that's why I said there's a lot, I think, that we need to learn until we build systems that are good at AGI, or artificial general intelligence.
Jazakallah khairan. Thank you so much, Hashim, for being here.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being on here. I'm looking forward to part 2 of the interview.
Yes, guys, so we have a part 2 video coming up, but only if you guys give us 10 likes. So smash the like button, and then inshallah in the coming few days I'll be posting the part 2 of this topic, and we'll be talking about why study AI and all the details regarding studying AI. Inshallah. Jazakallah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum. By the way, Ramadan Mubarak.